All right, so this is just some practice dividing with big numbers. And I am literally just going to make up some numbers, so they may come out really weird, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I always want to give myself some space to write my answer. Okay. The number on this side of the division sign is the divisor, so I'm going to make up a 2-digit divisor. I'm going to do 23. Okay. And let's do 4,617. Okay. So I'm going to do 4,617 divided by 23. Okay. My process stays the same no matter what size the divisor is. Dangerous, monkeys, steal, bananas. Okay. So I am going to divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Okay. So I've got 23, and I'm trying to decide, it won't go into 4, that's pretty obvious to me, so I've got 46. Okay. Now, 23 is pretty close to 25, and 2 25s will fit into 50. So 46 is not quite 50, but 23 is not quite 25. So I'm just going to over here. So remember, when I'm dividing with larger numbers, in fact, I'm going to just do a line down because I'm just going to use this side of the paper kind of as my scratch paper. So I'm going to do 23 times 2. And I'm just going to see what that is. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. Look at that. It worked out perfectly. Okay. So 23 goes into 46 2 times. So I put the 2 above the 46. 2 times 23 equals 46. And now I subtract. 46 minus 46 is 0. And now I bring down. Okay. I've brought down the 1. And now I have to ask, how many times will 23 fit into 1? Well, 0. Okay. So I put the 0 above the 1. And then I still multiply. 0 times 23 is 0. I still subtract. 1 minus 0 is 1. Okay. And I still bring down. Okay. And then how many times will 23 fit into 17? Well, that's also 0. Okay. 0 times 23 is 0. And 23 won't fit into 17, so my answer is 200, remainder 17. Okay? Let's try another one. Let's do 63 goes into 12,468. 63 goes into 12,468. Okay. Well, 63 won't go into 1, and it won't go into 12, but it will go into 124. The question is, how many times? Well, it feels like 2 is going to be a good answer. It feels that way because 60 times 2 would be 120. Okay, so I'm just going to try it. Okay, 63 times 2. Remember, this is like my scratch paper over here. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, it's just a little bit too big. So if 2 times won't fit, it has to be 1 time. 1 times 63 is 63. Make sure you're lining up the numbers. 124, the 4's in the 1's place. 63, the 3's in the 1's place. 4 minus 3 is 1. And then 12 minus 6 is 6. Okay. And then I bring down. Okay. Now I have to know how many times will 63 fit into 616. Okay. Well, 63 is pretty close to 50. 50 fits into 100 2 times. So there are, let's see, because I need 600s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. No, wait, I think I'm doing that wrong. 2 50s in each 100. There's 500s. So how many times can 63 fit into 616? Okay, so I think it would be like 12 50s, but 63 is bigger. But that means it's going to be a pretty big number, right? So let's try times 8. 63 times 8. Okay, and I know it has to be a pretty big number and pretty close to 10 because 63 times 10 would be 630. Okay, and that's pretty close. All right, 8 times 3 is 24. And then 8 times 6 is 48, plus 2 is 500. Okay. I'm sorry, it's 50, so it's 504. Okay. Now I have to think, can I fit another 64 in there? Well, I can, right? Because another 64 would be 560 something. So I could do 63 times 9. Or I could just, if I like adding better, I could try just adding another 64, okay? And I would get 568, okay? But then I have to know, how many 64s are in there? Well, there's 8 64s here, plus one more would be 9 64s, okay? You could, 63s, okay? Now, you could have done 63 times 9. Oh, I see. I did 64 right here. Oh, thanks, guys. So it would have been 167. Okay. So let's try 63 times 9. If I hadn't tried to be fancy and add here. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 6 is 54. Plus 2 is 56. So 567 either way. As long as I'm still using 63 and not making mistakes. Okay, so can I fit another 63 in there? Well, I could try adding to see, and this time I'll actually add 63. 7 plus 3 is 10. 6 plus 6 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. That would be 630, which is bigger than my number. So the closest I can get without going over is 9. So 9 times 63 is 567. And now I subtract. 6 minus 7 you can't do. 16 minus 7 is 9. 0 minus 6 you can't do. 10 minus 6 is 4. Okay. And then I drop down. 498. Okay. Well, here's where it's helpful for you to have done your scratch paper work and still have it instead of just doing it on a dry erase board, because I still have the work that tells me that 63 times 8 is 504. So 498 is really close to 504. So I know the answer is going to be 7, right? Because it's really close, but 504 is too much. So my answer is going to be 7. But now I've got to figure out what is 63 times 7. Okay, 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 6 is 42. Plus 2 is 44. Okay, 441. Okay, and I subtract. 8 minus 1 is 7. 9 minus 4 is 5. 4 minus 4 is 0. 63 won't fit into 57, so it's 97, remainder 197, remainder 57. Okay. I think we have time to do at least one more. Okay. So here, I'll get a clean paper so that you don't have to look back. Okay. Let's do 19 goes into 23,419. 19 goes into 23,419. Okay. And remember, those dangerous monkeys are still stealing bananas, okay, because your process is the same. no matter what size the divisor is. Okay. 19 won't go into 2, but it surely will go into 23. And I think you can tell 19 super close to 20, so 2 19s would be close to 40, so only one 19 is going to fit in there. Okay. 1 times 19 is 19. Okay. I have to borrow, so 13 minus 9 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0, so I don't have to write that. Okay. And then I bring down the 4. Well, 19 is very close to 20. 20 times 20 is 40. So I bet 19 times 2. Here, I'm going to make my scratch paper set again. So I'm going to try 19 times 2. Okay. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. Okay, 38 is pretty close, and I can't fit another 19 in there. So 19 times 2 is 38. Okay. Now I subtract to borrow. 14 minus 8 is 6. And now I'm going to bring down the 1. Okay. 19, really close to 20. 20, 40, 60, that's 3 20s. So I'm going to try 19 times 3. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. Okay. I can't fit another 19 in there. So 3 is going to be my answer right there. 3 times 19 equals 57. Again, I'm going to have to borrow. Okay. 11 minus 7 is 4. And then I drop the 9. Okay. Now, because I still have my work over here, I didn't put it on a dry erase board and erase it. I already know what 19 times 2 and 19 times 3 are. So I know that 49 is in between these two. So 3 goes over my number. So the closest without going over is 2. So 2 times 19 is 38. And here I actually don't have to borrow. Okay. 19 won't go into 11, so I have a remainder of 11. My number has 4 digits, so I want to make sure I put the comma where it goes. So my answer is 1,232, remainder 11. Okay? Awesome.